Life is between two dualities, birth and death. And the whole journey is full of dualities. As one poet said, न कभी रुकेंगी हवाएं, न कभी बुझेंगे चिराग, चलते रहो, ये तमाशा तो रात भर का है. The moment the world got out of COVID, the Ukraine war started. Now once thing stops and the other begins, the next stops and the third begins. That's how the drama of this world continues. So in the midst of this, you have to reach your goal. It is like one man went, he heard that if you bathe on Amavas in the ocean, you will get punya, pious merits. So he went and sat down at the side of the ocean. And he was just sitting and sitting. And one sadhu came and said, "What are you sitting for?" He said, "I wish to bathe in the ocean." "Then why don't you go and bathe?" It has got all these waves coming. I'm waiting for them all to subside, then I'll go and bathe. The sadhu said, the ocean will always remain like this. And while it is all wavy, you go and do your work. So, if we wish, what we need to do is to learn the art of rising above our circumstances and take inspiration from the eagles. In our Delhi ashram, because in the city, we got all these eagles and crows, so sometimes I go on the roof and I see this drama. The eagle is a big bird and the crows are small and pesky in comparison. But somehow the crows, they look on eagles as their enemies and they try to dive bomb them. So the eagle is a big bird, it presents an easy target and it doesn't have the maneuverability of the crow. The eagle refuses to fight with the crow. It just goes higher and then higher and then higher and even higher until the crow says, "My God, you are too high for me." Likewise, you can either get bogged down by negative circumstances or you take your mind higher. When you take your mind higher, you learn to become indifferent to certain things, the dualities. You rise beyond. How do you do that? Sri Krishna has said, "Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasam jagarti sanyami." What a worldly person looks on as day, the saintly person looks on as night. What the worldly person looks on as night, the saintly person looks on as day. What does this mean? A worldly person looks at opportunities for enjoyment as the day. Oh, I've got a free pass for Las Vegas, let's go and blow it up. But the saintly person says, no, this will only increase the veil of ignorance. The identification with the body, the lack of control over the mind and senses. And what the worldly person looks on as night, adverse circumstance. The saintly person says, this will liberate me. This is an opportunity for austerity. So let's take it in that light and remain sane, remain positive. So the art is how to always remain positive and take everything in our stride. The Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj related this example. He said, now there was one dog that used to live in Ayodhya. And from ashram somebody threw a roti and that dog would go and eat it. So it was a difficult life for the dog. And one dog came from Allahabad. In India, there are lots of stray dogs. So this dog from Allahabad, big city, he spoke to the dog from Ayodhya and said, "Why are you in the chakkar of Ayodhya? You come with me to Allahabad. There you see, in those shops of those halwais, what kind of maltal you will get. Malpua and amriti and gulab jamuns and rasgullas, they'll all be thrown there for you." So the Ayodhya dog said, "All right then, that's a great suggestion you've given. Let's go." They planned it out that every day we will cover about 20 kilometers. And in 5 days, we will reach Allahabad. So they started off at 6 a.m. next morning. By the time they had walked 20 kilometers, it was 6 in the evening, it was getting a little dark, and they had reached a village. They said, "Let's make this as our night halt. And we will also get something to eat out here." But as they were entering the village, the dogs of those village, they growled and chased them out. This is the dog's mentality. They have their own territories. If another dog comes, they will roar. These two dogs, they were completely outnumbered. They said that there is no point, these dogs are very bad. Never mind. That 40-kilometer halt we had planned for day number 2, let's continue till there. So they continued. At 4 a.m. in the morning, they reached the second halt. But there also, when they tried to enter the village, those dogs also made them run. And these two did not stop anywhere. They did not challenge. "How dare you misbehave with me? What do you think of yourself? Come, I will see to you." If they had kept that kind of an attitude, they would have been badly bruised and been lying under a tree, half dead. But the consequence of all those dogs attacking them was that they continued their journey, and the 5-day journey got completed in 48 hours flat, because no dog let them rest around in peace. Likewise, there will always be negative people, negative circumstances. That is how this life is designed. Now, if you keep on fighting, imagine the state of your mind. And if you rise, just take the dualities in your stride. Give a little smile and continue. They will only speeden up your journey. So the saintly person says, "Never mind. These are also blessings." And in the midst of negativity, to remain positive, this is what sadhana is about. Sadhana doesn't mean that everything is positive in my life. Now I'm managing my mind. That anybody can do. Sadhana means there are negative things around, but still you're keeping yourself positive. Sadhana means that there's a reason to be disturbed, but you are not disturbed. There is a reason to be attached, but you are not attached. There's a reason to be proud, and yet you are feeling normal. You do that when you accept negative situations as opportunities for austerity. Remember the two dogs? The negative situations only speeded up their journey.